Lawyer reacts to IPOB banning him from visiting Mr. Nnamdi Kanu at SSS facility. Mr. Ejimako said Mr. Kanu is the only one who can invite a medical doctor of his choice to visit him at the facility, explaining that the IPOB leader sanctioned his visit to Mr. Nnamdi Kanu with doctors. For the avoidance of doubt, it was Mr. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu who directly assigned this critical task to me as part of my complex brief as his special counsel and as part of all-round efforts to garner the urgent independent medical care that he requires, he said. The lawyer said there was nothing in this critical task that made it necessary that Mr. Kanu's health matter must be exclusive to one person, thereby excluding him and Mr. Kanu's family. He warned Mr. Edoziem that blocking independent medical doctors from visiting Mr. Kanu, despite knowing that the IPOB leader invited them, would amount to him, Mr. Edoziem, deliberately endangering the life of Mr. Nnamdi Kanu. More so, it is pertinent to drum it home that it is inherently evil for anyone to use the life and death matter of Mr. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's health to settle phantom scores with his family or any of his lawyers. Mr. Ejimako stated, IPOB appear to have split into factions following Mr. Kanu's rearrest in June 2021 since his ongoing detention at the SSS facility. Mr. Kanu has been largely inactive in running the separatist group. IPOB in August 2022 announced Mr. Edoziem as its temporary new leader until Mr. Kanu Nnamdi was released. But that was after some factions had already broken away from the group. For instance, Simon Ekpa, a Finnish Nigerian citizen, heads IPOB Autopilot, a faction of the IPOB. Like others, Mr. Ekpa's faction has continued to differ with IPOB on certain issues, such as enforcing the suspended Monday sit-at-home in the southeast. The crisis has recently hit the legal team of Mr. Kanu, with the IPOB leader's family sacking 2 of his lawyers, Ozekome and Ejiofor, on Thursday. Although the lawyers have dismissed the sack, the development only confirmed the strained relationship among those fighting for Mr. Kanu's release from the SSS custody. The lawyer claimed that the court order on visitations with Mr. Nnamdi Kanu maintained that only the IPOB leader has the sole power and discretion to choose whoever he desires visitation from. No other person can choose or impose visitors on Mr. Nnamdi Kanu, not even the SSS, the Nigerian government, the courts, the IPOB, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's lawyers or relatives. Therefore, Chika Edoziem and his ilk have no place in this matter of who is approved to visit Mr. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, be it his lawyers, his doctors, or his relatives, he said. Aloy Ejimako, special counsel to Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the outlawed indigenous people of Biafra IPOB, has reacted to an IPOB statement which banned him from visiting Mr. Nnamdi Kanu in the custody of the State Security Services (SSS). The head of the Directorate of State (DOS) of IPOB, Chika Edoziem, had in an earlier statement asked Mr. Ejimako and Emmanuel Kanu, a brother to the IPOB leader, to stop visiting Mr. Kanu at the SSS facility with an independent doctor, except with the permission of Mike Ozekome, the lead counsel to the IPOB leader. Mr. Edoziem suggested that apart from Mr. Ozekome and his colleague Ifeanyi Ejiofor, the secessionist group does not recognize Mr. Ejimako as Mr. Kanu's lawyer. While Ekpa and Ejimako belong to the same camp as Mr. Kanu's family, Ozekome and Ejiofor enjoy the backing of IPOB. The cause of the crisis is not clear for now. The head of the IPOB DOS spoke on the heels of a botched visit of two medical doctors, allegedly led by Mr. Ozekome at the SSS facility to carry out a medical examination on Mr. Kanu. Reactions has trailed this as Mr. Ejimako reacts to these restrictions. Mr. Ejimako described Mr. Edoziem's allegations as defamatory and unrespectful.